you need tacos at 3 a.m. So today on CityCast Las Vegas, we're going to round up the best late-night eats our city has to offer. I'm with my co-host David Figler and Lindsay Stewart, creator of the viral Instagram account, The Las Vegas Foodie. And we've got the deets on all the eats. It's Thursday, August 14th. I'm Sarah Lohman, and here's what Las Vegas is talking about. Hi, Lindsay. Hi, David.
Hi, Sarah. Hi, David.
Hey, everybody. Hi.
All right. So we've been doing a whole week of night-themed episodes, and today is our last day. David, it's been really fun.
It is. I love the nightlife. I love the boogie on the disco floor.
About seeing the stars and the Perseid meteor shower this week. What did you talk about?
I talked to the night mayor of Philadelphia, who basically has solutions for all of our nighttime economic problems. It's a great episode. If you haven't caught it, you should listen to it.
All this week has been sponsored by the Neon Museum, which honestly, I love seeing the Neon Museum at night. It is the time to see it when the lights are lit up. So it's just a perfect fit for us because they illuminate Las Vegas history as well as your neon signs, right?
Absolutely. Love that spot.
Let's wrap up Night Week with some takes on tasty eats. So let's talk a little bit about your favorite spots. I'm going to give you some scenarios, and then you're going to tell me what restaurant will solve my predicaments, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if we can do this.
So my friends are flying in, and their flight lands at 11 p.m. So I'm picking them up at the airport. I'm scooping them up. They're hungry. Where am I going to take them for an iconic late-night dinner in Las Vegas?
I'm going to take them straight to Chinatown. So there's always something over there. Golden Tiki, that's such an iconic spot, especially with the poo-poo platter. And then we have there's 24/7 Shoku Ramen right there next door, which is so good. Sushi, obviously, but Sushi Neko has been a hot spot. I haven't been there, but everybody keeps telling me that's where they go after work these days.
Okay.
So have either of you been there?
You know, my late night sushi is going to always be Osaka over on Sahara. Very old school for me. I've seen many a beat up late night party goer there. But I think Ichiza is my go-to for late night on the Spring Mountain tip. Ichiza Japanese, and then you can go in and get if you're got a sweet tooth, you go for the honey bread. I mean, that's notorious there. But they have so many different late night. They do sashimi and all that stuff, but you go for that corn butter. Oh my gosh. If you're adventurous, they've got beef tongue stew. I mean, Ichiza is the original punk rock Japanese late night. Just wherever you've been, that's where you finish it off.
Is it still open late?
Yeah, I think that I looked at their hours and it appears to be that they're open till 11 a.m. So yeah, they're open all
Vegas,
the way,
baby.
all the way.
Love it.
Yeah.
Can you give me some of your ordering picks at your late night dinner choices? Tell me, so you're going to get the poo-poo platter or Golden Tiki. What's on that?
Yeah, that poo-poo platter is pretty epic. I mean, that's your voodoo ribby, sticky finger, cocktail shrimp, crab rangoon, with the cream cheese in there.
That's all fried food.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
That's what I want. And what do you love at the ramen place next door?
Oh, they have a bunch of different ramens, but they have a dry ramen that's really, really good. But I just usually get their tonkatsu pork broth ramen with chicken.
Tasty. Yeah.
They have this super spicy spice, I guess, on the side. And it's just full of a ton of black peppers, just different combination. And I would get it on the side, but you can add just a little bit to your ramen at a time. If you like spice, that is the spiciest ramen I've ever had. It's just whatever they put in that concoction is probably lethal. So they do have a ramen challenge. It's a big bowl of ramen, and if you finish it, you get it for free. But it's
I don't.
unbelievably spicy. I had a few bites and I was like,
I'm happy to pay them to stop eating.
yeah, I know. I'm like, but there's people that have pictures on the wall. They actually completed this challenge. And I'm like, why do you put this pressure on yourself?
Yeah.
But everyone likes a good challenge.
I have a general rule that if it gets you a picture on the wall, don't do it.
Don't
do it. No. Something went horribly wrong if you wound up with your picture on the wall or your name on a plaque on the wall. You've gone too far.
You know what? If I'm going to take someone to like a really special, iconic late night dinner, I think my pick is Herbs and Rye, because they've got that late night happy hour special, right?
Yep.
It's impossible to get a reservation there. Like if you go right at 5 when they open, it is absolutely packed. But then like usually the like after 10 p.m. resis are open, and they are open really late. They're open till 3 a.m. They're, of course, an iconic steakhouse with an incredible cocktail program. Yeah, they call it the reverse happy hour because instead of early, it's the late night one. Have either of you been to it? Like, do you know what the specials are? It's food and drink specials.
Yeah, it's half-price steaks. It's the same one as the early one before 8 o'clock.
Steaks are expensive, David. That's a lot of money.
Yes, they are. That's why it used to be the jam to go to the happy hour at Herbs and Rye, but God bless if you can even get a spot at the bar these days.
I know.
They're a victim of their own popularity.
I know. Well, that's why I prefer Cleaver, because it's...
I was just going to say that, Sarah. Good.
Right?
Yeah.
Just as good, not as crowded, much more of a, like, Herbs and Rye has gotten enough recognition. It's now, I would say, no longer a local spot. Like, it's a tourist in the know spot. But Cleaver is still a local spot, and it's just as incredible.
They have, like, the deals. They have the discounted menu at Cleaver. So they don't necessarily call it like the reverse happy hour like Herbs and Rye, but everything that's in red becomes half off. So on the menu. So it is similar, but they just don't call it the same thing. And it closes at midnight at Cleaver versus 3 a.m. Herbs and Rye.
So I'm picking up my friends and fam at 11 p.m. I'm like, we're going to Cleaver, but you need to eat quick.
Yeah. They said last seating's 11, I think. So hopefully they get in by 10:30.
The bar area at Cleaver, too, is absolutely gorgeous. There's like I think they imported it from the East Coast, like wood bar. It's so comfortable. And you can go and sit in there without a reservation, too, and order food. I love it. I love it there. Okay. So speaking of our misspent youths, let's say it's after midnight. We just got out of a show and we are starving. Where do we go?
All right. That gives you a lot more options because, in the old days, it was every place. Now, a lot of places close at 2 or 3. So we got that midnight to 3 option.
Yeah. If a show ends at, let's say, 10 or 11, 9, 10, 11.
I think it depends on where your show got out. But, like, I love Jive Turkey till 3 in the morning.
That's they're a newer place, too.
That's a newish little bar down over by the Huntridge. So if you saw a show maybe in the Arts District or down off of Fremont or something like that, Jive Turkey's a great pop-in.
Or hopefully sometime soon at the Huntridge again. We'll see.
Yeah. Absolutely elevated bar food. Love every little thing that they have over there. The short rib sandwich is amazing. I really love the homemade chips that they do. You really can't go wrong over there. And it's just a great vibe spot. But also, if you're just after midnight, pop by Nocturno, man. They're killing it till 2 in the morning. Yeah.
That's new, right? Nocturno?
Yep. Also brand new right there in the Arts District.
God.
Right by the Arts Factory. And you get amazing cocktails. You got Lou and Cornelius usually at the bar. Love those boys. They will talk you through that amazing menu that has, they always say, the real specials are in the footnotes of the menu that they have. It's a really clever menu. It kind of like takes Herbs and Rye to the next level of classic cocktails and variations. And they also do like a pickle brine chicken strip that I absolutely love. And then there's a potato chip thing. That's my thing, potato chips stacked with prosciutto. Love Nocturno.
Goodness.
And their kitchen stays open till when they're open. So between midnight and 2 a.m., you get your goodies. Hey, Las Vegas, ever look for a sign of what to do? Well, here's one, literally. The Neon Museum is offering a limited time deal just for Nevada residents. 50% off admission to one of the most iconic must-see spots in the city. That's right, half off to explore Vegas history through the glow of vintage neon signs. Just swing by the box office, show your Nevada ID, and you're in. No promo codes, no online hoops to jump through, just a classic local appreciation deal. Make it a night with friends, bring visiting family, or finally check it off your Vegas bucket list. visit the Neon Museum and let the lights of Old Vegas shine for you. Now, this dazzling deal won't last forever, so grab your tickets now and experience the glow before it's gone. Again, to apply the discount, just bring your Nevada State ID card to the Neon Museum and purchase your ticket at the door. To learn more, visit neonmuseum.org. One ticket per valid ID.
Got any fun trips coming up? One thing you probably haven't put on your packing list is learning the language. But with Babbel, you can start talking in just a few weeks. I'm David Plotz, the CEO of CityCast, and I've been learning Spanish with Babbel. And I also just persuaded my friend who's going to France this fall to learn French with Babbel, but that is another story. Babbel's extremely fun and intuitive. It's like having a private tutor in your pocket. Handcrafted by over 200 language experts, Babbel's lessons are voiced by real native speakers and built with science-backed cognitive tools and interactive features to fit any learning style. I love a lot of the different Babbel features. The Babbel games for sentence building, Babbel speech recognition, which helps me get the pronunciation right. And now I'm really into Babbel's word of the day, which greets me on the homepage of the app. Every day, a new word revealed like a little surprise with a sentence to help contextualize it. It's like a daily treat for me. Studies from Yale, Michigan State, and other leading universities continue to prove that Babbel works. One study found that using Babbel for 15 hours is equivalent to a full semester at college. Look, I want you to learn another language. So I'm teaming up with Babbel to gift you 55% off subscriptions, but only for CityCast listeners at babbel.com/CityCast. Get up to 55% off at babbel.com/CityCast. Spelled BABBEL.com/CityCast. Babbel.com/CityCast. Rules and restrictions may apply.
All right, Lindsay, where are you going post-concert or show?
I mean, isn't Peppermill just like so iconic to go there?
You can't not talk about it.
Yeah, you have to mention it. It's just been there forever, right? The portion
fireplace.
sizes are huge. Yeah, either you go to the fireside lounge or you sit in the restaurant. But their hours changed so much. I feel like everything did since COVID. Is that still 24 hours?
Not always.
On weekends,
Yeah.
I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which is probably better.
It is still open late.
I remember one of the first and most shocking conversations I ever had with you is about how you order the fruit salad. Like your go-to order at Peppermill is the fruit salad. Is that you?
Yeah.
Is that
The
both?
ambrosia?
That's me.
Is that
No,
the
that's
ambrosia?
me. No, they have a fruit salad that's outrageous. It has changed over the years. In the old school days of the Peppermill, it was way more fruit. It came inside a pineapple, like a full-on pineapple, but it still does come with its own loaf of banana bread and a little ramekin of marshmallow sauce. So that part hasn't changed, and still a ton of friggin' fruit. So it's everything
a
from
loaf?
kiwi, citrus fruits.
Wait, yeah, did you say a loaf of bread?
A loaf of banana bread, a full loaf
banana
of banana bread comes
How
out.
much is this fruit platter?
Oh, it's like $700, but it's worth it. It's like
Worth it.
it's the seafood platter of fruits.
I'm into it. Okay, my pick. Let's say I'm hopefully at the Huntridge one day, or I'm in the Arts District, or even on the Strip. I'm sidling over to Pop's Philly Steaks.
Yeah, you are.
You know, Pop's.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Listen,
So iconic.
it's after 9. If I'm eating after 9 p.m., it better be slathered in cheese, right? And they
Or their little
have,
fried green beans.
oh my God, all their little
Mhm.
fried snacky snacks there.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's my
And they
favorite
do-
pastrami in town, and they throw those pickles
Really?
and Swiss on that number 30. That's my jam.
The cheesesteak
I
is
know it by
mwah.
number.
David, you really are a foodie.
Yeah.
Am I, or am I just
Foodie and a rock star.
I'm just desperate to find something to love about this town that always frustrates me and that I cannot leave.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? I don't eat a lot of meat. If I'm gonna do cheesesteak, I will do a classic cheesesteak, which I'm pretty sure is their number one. But I've had it on good authority that their vegetarian cheesesteak is really, really, really excellent.
Ooh,
Like,
I didn't know they had that.
oh yeah. Chock full of veggies, chock full of cheese. Like you really can't go wrong with your little fried crispy green beans too.
Nice.
Sounds perfect. Well, what about the South Point, the Coronado Cafe over there? Have you either of you been there?
No.
That's
To
like
the
a
South Point
midnight
Casino?
to 6 a.m. Mm-hmm.
I literally realized recently I have never been inside the South Point Casino. Isn't that insane?
Oh,
Yes.
you like horses, right? They do
I know, they do
horses
the
out
horse
there
show.
all the time. Mhm.
Yeah, my first year at CityCast, I got not even, I hadn't been hired here. I kept getting really insistent emails from their PR person to come see the horses. And I was like, girl, I'm a food historian. I don't know how I'm going to work the horses, but I do love horses. I've also never been into the Silverton. Lindsay, tell us a little bit more about the cafe at South Point.
Well, okay, so full disclosure, but I haven't actually been there. It's just what all the people talk about.
Word on
all
the
the people, word on the street. Everybody mentions it. It's like midnight to 6 a.m. They have like the $3 shrimp cocktail. They have the $4
What?
eggs breakfast. Yeah, and then there's the primarily prime rib there too, which is actually a really good, decent prime rib meal for like $20. You can get a
They call it
bottle
the
of wine for
primarily
$20.
prime rib?
So there's two different. So the first one I was mentioning was a Coronado Cafe. That's like
Oh,
midnight to
I
6
see. That's
a.m.
the name of the restaurant is primarily prime rib. I
And then
support
the
that.
other place is primarily prime rib, which is like a very good, decent, nice meal for like very cheap. We went got 2 prime ribs, an appetizer, and a bottle of wine for like $90. It was
Oh.
unbelievable in this economy.
I am obsessed with the Coronado Cafe, though, because it's so old school to be open from like midnight to 6 a.m. Because that's
Yes.
when the buffets historically would open overnight to keep people gambling. I didn't know any casino like still had a tradition like that. That's so cool.
Oh, there's quite a few still. Actually, one is my favorites that I was going to bring to this episode that I wanted to throw out there. So, depends on the day that El Cortez stays open a little bit late, and I'm always like a big old fan of El Cortez. But today, shout out to Jerry's Nugget. I'm going to take someone to Old School Casino up in North Las Vegas. You take Vegas Boulevard all the way till it starts to curve.
Yeah.
Way up where. And then Jerry's famous coffee shop is 24/7. They do have the prime rib there. You get the whole, choice of potato, full ear of corn, soup and salad. You get your horseradish. It's $23. Come on.
Oh, man.
Still?
Yeah, $23.
What?
But Jerry's Nugget, mostly known, other than being like a real dive casino, they have great desserts there. And the old school, Sarah, you'll like this, the old school carousels in the glass where you can see all your desserts, the pies and the cakes.
I do love a pie merry-go-round. It really makes me happy.
And so it is very old school, and they have something there. It's not always there. Like the last couple times that I was there, it wasn't there. And I asked, is it gone? And they're like, no, the chef is just gone. And he didn't make it this time. Something called watermelon cake. And watermelon cake is not what you think it is. Because you probably think it's a cake that has watermelon flavoring.
I have no idea what it is.
It is a cake that is, I don't want to say gelatinous, it's jello-y forward, that kind of like, it's in the shape of and the design of a slice of watermelon. It almost doesn't taste like anything, but it is remarkable. It is
Fair
remarkable.
enough. Sometimes it's about texture and appearance. Sometimes that's like the next Instagram trend.
Sometimes about texture and appearance. That also describes my old dating life. But yes. Yes, Sarah.
I have to
So
I have
Jerry's
to
Nugget
see
is
that.
you have to.
I have to go see that. But what time? Is it open all the time? Because I don't want to go
it's
too
open
late.
24/7. It's open
Oh my God.
24/7.
Go during the day.
I mean, Jerry's Nugget will always, at the end when the apocalypse come, Circus will be the only thing remaining on the strip, and Jerry's Nugget will be the only thing remaining up in North Las Vegas.
Lots of fun.
Yeah, no, it's old school. It's old school diner menu. You can't go wrong with Jerry's Nugget. You also can't go right.
Last scenario here. We've been up dancing all night. The sky is beginning to brighten with the first rays of sunshine. Where do we go to cap off an epic evening before we go to sleep?
Late night, after hours, you want to go run into barflies and industry people and poets, et cetera, you're headed to the Starboard Tack.
Oh, Starboard
I don't
Tack.
know
Starboard
it.
Tack on East Sahara, off of Atlantic. And I know that because that's also where my DMV is, on the other side of on Sahara. Starboard Tack is a classic old school restaurant that has been revived by a bunch of cool dudes who are running a 24-hour kitchen. My friends swear by the fried rice. There's the fried chicken fried rice, the kimchi fried rice with the mushrooms and the peas and the carrots. You throw an egg on top of that. My friend Erica is like, the pork abodo with the rice and the sauce, and you mush it all together. It solves whatever went right or wrong during the night, from that point forward, it's always right.
Ooh.
Now, it also has karaoke some nights in bands, and they have video poker. It's like a bar, but instead of, the traditional like a PTs or one of the variations thereof, Sarbertech is and will always be an original.
Oh, I have to go there. Sarah, do you want to make the trek with me, 6 a.m.?
Yeah. Are we getting up? I mean, that's probably easier for us, but more appropriate if we
I'll be
danced all
getting
night.
up. Yeah. We can try both. We could try to stay out all night. I'm down.
Yeah. At some point, it has to happen. Do you have another post night of dancing, early morning pick? Where are you going for brekkies?
The restaurant at the California Hotel. It's the Market Street Cafe that's open 24 hours.
Yes. I know about that place because I actually think it was our producer, Sonia Cho Swanson, told me about there's an oxtail soup special that's only available overnight from 11 p.m. to 6 a.m. So it is still 24 hours there.
And people say that, they rave about it. They just love it. So that is a really good late night comfort food spot. And I feel like that would be so good and delicious right before you go home.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
And nutritious.
I have to say that my shutout is maybe not the most creative, but it is the most reliable. Roberto's. Roberto's Tacos, our local drive-through chain.
What about Tacos El Gordo?
I mean, brilliant, delicious, incredible. But I live in Townside Henderson, and there is a Roberto's on Boulder Highway. So if I've been out all night, I'm like, I gotta go home, but I'm starving. I am going through that drive-through. It is always there for me. I'm gonna get a bean cheese burrito with guacamole added, but a lot of people, of course, recommend the carnitas fries. But whatever ails you, Roberto's is gonna fix it, and they're gonna do it for under $11.
That's true.
I would add on that if you do see a taco truck operating in the middle of the night, it's probably bomb. It's probably really good.
And Vegas has been getting more of the LA style, just like tables and like a grill on the side of the street in front of a used car lot.
Yeah. There's one that's down the street from my house. Unfortunately, I think they close at 2 a.m., but that's still pretty late night. And that's Taqueria El Pastorcito. And the Pastor Quesadilla there is wait in a long line and get that guy.
Pastor is where it is at. And that's my order at Tacos El Gordo too, which is also 24 hours. There's the North Las Vegas location. There's the one that's closer to the Strip too. But they do the El Pastor, which is, did you know it's actually because of Greek immigrants to Mexico that El Pastor came around? Because it looks like a giant donor spindle. So
I had no idea. Oh, it does look like that. The spit.
Yeah. So it's based off of gyros, off of gyros, and they made it into taco, and it's got the little pineapple on top that gets all caramelized, and it's also just so cool to watch the dudes with the saber sword, ha ta 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 ta, and the little pineapple on top.
That's actually the sound that it makes, which I love that you could recreate that.
Yeah. And then I'm also going to throw a chorizo taco in there, too, because why not?
Yum. They have those Vampiro tacos, too, I think, right, with all the cheese on it, which is so good.
Wait, I don't know those.
Oh, you have to get a Vampiro taco. It's got the cheese on the tortilla. And then, did you know there's another Tacos El Gordo right near Town Square? So it's on the way home.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, other end of the Strip.
So you don't have to go all the way downtown. Yeah.
Depending on where you're partying. Yeah.
There you go.
I should mention my little taco spot is only open late on weekends, but it looks like normally it's midnight. Still late.
Yeah, that's late enough. Tacos El Gordo is not 24 hours. It's only open until 2 a.m., but that's all right. That's still good enough for me for an overnight situation.
There's plenty of till 2 a.m.s at least. Yeah. That hasn't completely gone away as Vegas has kind of revamped itself into a last call society, a polite last call society, unlike our olden days. There's always going to be
Denny's. There's always going to be Denny's. Are there any other all-occasion go-to overnight restaurants that we should not miss out on, that we did miss so far in this conversation?
I don't want to sleep on the 6 a.m.s because they are still fairly rare. Most places don't open until 7 or 8. So, you could catch the opening sizzle of the grill at Vicky's Diner over at the Commercial Center at 6 a.m. And I appreciate that they still at least hit that 6. I would love if they were 24. Olden days, they were when they were over in White Cross. But I could do a little bit of 6. Also, let's not sleep on the 24-hour oyster bar over at the Palace Station.
Of course.
Because that's really the only time that you can get in without waiting for like 3 hours on the casino floor is, in the late night era. Yeah. I mean, if you pop by the Venetian, Bouchon, the restaurant, doesn't open until 7, you can still get some of the pastries downstairs at the kiosk, I think at 6 a.m. So, there's a little bit of dead zones, but, if you're still up and about and you haven't quite followed the sunrise home, there are some options if you're on or off the strip, I think.
Yeah, and the dive bars are 24 hours if you need to kill a couple hours before breakfast anyway.
And there's always going to be peanuts and popcorn in all those spots.
All right. So after all, we've done some reminiscing, but is there something that's really special, particularly special about a middle of the night meal? What do you think, Lindsay?
I mean, isn't there always something super special because this isn't something that happens every week, usually. Mm-hmm. It's kind of a special occasion anyway. You're not always going to stay out all night.
It's surrounded by an event.
Yeah, or it could just be like a really late night conversation with a couple good friends, or maybe even people you just met. But it ends up being something you typically remember, but who knows?
Who knows what substances might have been involved.
I like that we're still in Las Vegas, and we still are, no matter how much they're trying to push us into normalcy, a 24-hour town. You can... famously, there was an essay that Penn Jillette wrote about how he would just spend the middle of the night, especially on holidays, at the Peppermill with his celebrity buddies, and they would just, people watch. So we have unrivaled people watching for the middle of the night. Like other places, middle of the night, nothing good ever happens. I would say in Las Vegas, while often nothing good is happening, something great is possibly happening too, and you might see it in one of these late night eateries.
You could see anyone, but you'll probably just see Nicolas Cage. That seems the most likely.
With Carrot Top. Right? Jinxies. Yeah. And Andrew Dice Clay. The three of them are cruising around. They just came from Frankie's Tiki, and now they're over at Del Taco. Come on.
Oh my gosh. All right. Well, thank you so much, Lindsay and David. I appreciate all these new recommendations.
Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely fun. We'll see you late night, both of you. We're going to do it. We're going to stay up. We're not going to fall asleep.
Can we really, though?
You guys, I'm already tired.
Let's do it.
No, not anymore.
Yes, sometimes I can.
Maybe once a year.
Yeah, once a year.
I'm in it to win it. Let's go.
I would love it. All right, we'll see you downtown.
Before we wrap up today, I've got a little favor to ask. So CityCast is doing our annual listener survey, and it would really help us if you took it. It only takes 7 minutes. We actually timed it. The survey is at citycast.fm/survey. If you took it last year, please take it again. We can't use last year's data. citycast.fm/survey. And if you take it, you'll be eligible to win a $250 Visa gift card and some CityCast Las Vegas swag. Once again, that's citycast.fm/survey. And that's all for today here on CityCast Las Vegas. If you enjoyed our show, please send it along to a friend. You can rate our show and leave us a review wherever you get your pods, and go to our website to subscribe to our morning newsletter. We'll be back tomorrow morning with more news from around the city. Take care.